Hello, fellow drama enthusiasts. Welcome back to TV Day's Drama Digest, your ultimate hub for all things scandalous, heart-wrenching, and utterly addictive in the world of daytime soaps. It's us, your passionate hosts and dissectors of every twist and turn in the tumultuous lives of Salem's most iconic residents. Today, we're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of speculation that's got everyone buzzing, the enigmatic story surrounding Sami Brady. Could it be that our fiery, unpredictable queen of schemes is pulling the wool over everyone's eyes? Is she fabricating this entire marriage or engagement narrative just to ignite a firestorm of annoyance and jealousy among her exes and the town's gossip mill? Buckle up, because we're about to unpack this with all the dramatic flair it deserves. Join us as we sift through the clues, analyze the motives, and debate whether this bombshell is pure fiction or a genuine happily ever after in the making. Let's discuss, dissect, and deliberate debate in Salem. Nothing is ever as it seems. For those who've been glued to their screens like we have, Sami Brady's life has always been a roller coaster of epic proportions. From her whirlwind romances to her calculated vendettas, Sami has never shied away from the spotlight. She's the woman who can turn a simple glance into a declaration of war, and her history is littered with broken hearts, shattered alliances, and enough secrets to fill a dozen episodes. Remember the days when she was entangled in that infamous custody battle over her twins? Or the time she faked her own death to escape the consequences of her actions? Sami's playbook is all about survival through deception, and it's this very reputation that makes her latest announcement so suspiciously intriguing. As viewers, we've watched her navigate the choppy waters of love with EJ Demera, Rafe Hernandez, and Lucas Horn, three men who represent different facets of her chaotic heart. EJ, the brooding Demera heir with his dark charisma and family ties to power; Rafe, the steadfast cop who's all about justice and loyalty; and Lucas, the everyman with a penchant for getting caught in Sami's web time and again. These aren't just exes, they're pillars of her past, each bearing scars from her impulsive decisions. Now, fast forward to the present bombshell, Sami's supposed engagement and impending marriage. The news hit like a thunderclap, sending shockwaves through Salem and leaving fans like us reeling. But here's where the plot thickens dramatically. Next week on Days of Our Lives, we're treated to a scene that's bound to be electric. EJ, Rafe, and Lucas convening in what can only be described as an unlikely alliance of concerned ex-lovers. Picture this, the three men, each with their own axes to grind and histories intertwined with Sami's, huddled together in a dimly lit corner of the Brady pub, or perhaps the Demera mansion's opulent study. The air is thick with tension, the kind that makes your skin prickle. EJ, with his signature smirk barely masking a flicker of jealousy, leans against a mahogany desk, his tailored suit impeccable as always. Rafe, ever the picture of restrained fury, paces the room, his detective instincts on high alert. And Lucas? He's the wild card, slouched in a chair, nursing a drink, his face a mask of skepticism and barely contained anger. Their conversation? It's a masterclass in soap opera intrigue. They dive straight into the heart of the matter, Sami's engagement to this mysterious figure, named Dante. The trio isn't just mildly concerned, they're outright appalled. How could Sami, fresh from her latest romantic debacle, leap into an engagement after a mere 2 months? It's not just the speed that's raising eyebrows, it's the sheer audacity of it all. In Salem, where relationships often span decades of on-again, off-again drama, 2 months feels like a blinking insult to the epic love stories we've invested in. EJ might quip something cutting, like Sami's always been impulsive, but this reeks of desperation. Rafe, drawing on his law enforcement background, could counter with a more analytical take. We've seen her pull stunts before, but tying herself to someone like this? It's got red flags all over it. And Lucas. Lukash is the one who drops the bombshell theory that's got us all talking. Lucas, with his intimate knowledge of Sami's manipulative side after all, he's been both victim and accomplice in her schemes, posits that maybe just maybe Sami is orchestrating this entire fiasco to piss them off. His words hang in the air like a challenge, igniting a fire of doubt. Is Dante even real? Or is he a figment of Sami's vivid imagination, an ink conjured up from thin air to toy with the emotions of those who've loved and lost her? Lucas's suspicion isn't baseless. Sami has a track record of using relationships as weapons. Think back to her fake pregnancies, her switched paternity tests, her elaborate revenge plots against anyone who crosses her. If Dante is indeed a fabrication, it would be Sami at her most devised, crafting a narrative that's equal parts romance and retribution. Let's pause here and really delve into why this theory holds water. Sami Brady isn't just a character, she's a force of nature, a hurricane in human form. Her motivations are rarely straightforward. Annoying her exes? That's child's play for her. EJ, with his Demera pride, would see that the thought of being replaced so quickly by someone potentially tied to rival power players. Rafe, the moral compass, would be tormented by the idea of Sami entangling herself in danger yet again. And Lucas bored, devoted Lucas would feel the sting deepest, as it echoes the times she's used him as a pawn in her games. But the real kicker? Danny's alleged connection to Ava Vitali, the infamous mafia princess. Ava's lineage is steeped in organized crime, her family's tentacles reaching into the darkest corners of Salem's underbelly. If Dante is her relative via cousin, perhaps, or a distant nephew, then Sami's choice isn't just hasty. It's perilous. Is she courting danger to prove a point? Or is this all smoke and mirrors, a way to make her exes squirm while she laughs from the sidelines? To add layers to this drama, let's consider the timeline. Sami's life has been a whirlwind lately. Just months ago, she was reeling from yet another betrayal, perhaps from EJ's latest Damara machinations, or Rafe's unwavering dedication to his job over their relationship. Lucas, too, has been in the mix, offering that familiar comfort that's always laced with complication. 2 months post-heartbreak, and suddenly she's engaged? In the real world, that might raise eyebrows, but in Salem, it's practically a red herring. Fans on our channel's forums are already theorizing wildly. What if Dante is a hired actor, paid to play the part until Sami gets the reaction she wants? Or maybe she's using this to cover up a bigger secret like a pregnancy or a business deal gone wrong. These speculations aren't just fanfiction, they're rooted in Sami's history of bold lies. Remember the time she impersonated a man to infiltrate a rival company? Or when she faked amnesia to manipulate her family? Deception is her superpower. Now, let's imagine how this scene unfolds in vivid detail. Because Days of Our Lives excels at these tension-filled confrontations. The camera pans in on EJ's face, his eyes narrowing as he says, "Gentlemen, let's not mince words. Sami's engagement to this Dante, it's absurd. 2 months. She's barely had time to unpack her emotional baggage from us." Rafe nods, his jaw clenched. And the Vitali connection? Ava's family is poison. If Danny's blood-related, Sami's walking into a viper's nest. Lucas chuckles bitterly, slamming his glass down. You two are missing the point. This isn't about love or danger, it's about us. Sami's always known how to push our buttons. What if Dante doesn't exist? What if she's made him up, proposal and all, just to watch us implode? The discussion escalates from there, voices rising in a cacophony of accusations and defenses. EJ defends Sami's right to move on, but his tone betrays envy. Rafe warns of potential criminal ties, pulling out his phone to run a quick check on Danny's name only to find suspiciously little. Lucas presses his theory. Think about it. Sami thrives on chaos. Remember when she lied about Will's paternity to keep us all guessing? This could be her masterpiece, a fake fiancé to make us jealous, to force us to confront our feelings. The trio's uneasy alliance cracks under the weight of their shared history, each man grappling with the possibility that Sami's heart might never truly belong to anyone but herself. But is Lucas onto something profound, or is this just paranoia born from years of Sami's antics? Let's explore the pissing people off angle with the drama it deserves. If Sami is indeed lying, her motives could be multifaceted and deliciously complex. First, revenge. Sami has never forgiven easily. If EJ, Rafe, or Lucas slighted her recently, perhaps EJ with his family loyalties, Rafe with his badge over bed, or Lucas with his meddling, she might see this as payback. A fake engagement broadcast to the world and Salem's tight-knit community that she's over them, thriving without their drama. It's a power move, asserting her independence while subtly mocking their lingering attachments. Second, attention-seeking. Sami craves the spotlight like a moth to a flame. In a town where everyone has a secret, announcing a whirlwind romance to a mafia-connected mystery man guarantees headlines. The gossip at the Horton family gatherings, the whispers in the Kyriakis mansion, it's all fuel for her ego. If Dante is fictional, she scripted her own storyline, casting herself as the heroine who rises from the ashes of failed loves. Third, protection. What if this lie shields a deeper vulnerability? Sami's tough exterior hides a fragile heart. After countless heartbreaks, faking happiness might be your way of warding off pity or advances. It's dramatic armor, allowing her to navigate Salem's social minefield without exposing her true feelings. Of course, we can't ignore the possibility that it's all true. Maybe Dante is really a charming outsider who swept Sami off her feet with his Vitali edge and mysterious allure. Perhaps their connection is genuine, born from a chance encounter that blossomed into something real amid Salem's chaos. But even then, the speed and the family ties scream plot twist ahead. Ava Vitali herself is no stranger to deception. Her past includes fake deaths, kidnappings, and romantic entanglements that rival Sami's. If Dante is legit, could he be pulling strings for Ava, using Sami as a pawn in a larger game? To fuel our discussion, let's draw from past episodes for context. Recall Sami's marriage to a passionate, volatile ending in betrayal, or her time with Rafe, stable yet suffocating under his moral code. Lucas, Their on-off dynamic is the stuff of legends laced with genuine affection but undermined by lies. Each relationship has left scars, making our current happiness suspect. Fans, what do you think? Is Sami capable of such an elaborate ruse? Drop your theories in the comments below. We're reading everyone. Expanding further, let's consider the ripple effects on Salem's ecosystem. If Sami's lying, it could unravel alliances. EJ might confront her directly, leading to an explosive Demera family showdown. Rafe could investigate Dante, uncovering unrelated crimes that shake the town. Lucas, he might play along, hoping to win her back through sympathy. But if it's true, the wedding could be a spectacle. Imagine the drama of uninvited exes crashing the ceremony. Vows interrupted by revelations. Dramatically speaking, this storyline echoes classic soap tropes: the fake engagement for jealousy, the mysterious suitor with dark ties, the ex-lover's pact. It's Days of Our Lives at its best, heart-pounding, unpredictable, and endlessly discussable. As we wrap this deep dive, though, we could go on forever. The question remains, is Sami Brady lying to annoy everyone, fabricating Dante to stir the pot? Or is this her shot at real love? Join the conversation on TV Days Drama Digest. Want your takes. Until next time, keep watching, keep speculating, and remember, in Salem, truth is stranger than fiction.